Yo, what is going on, guys? Old Benji Kenobi back again with another Pokemon video for you. And today I've got something a little special for you. As we edge closer and closer to the new Pokemon Sword and Shield games, I thought today I would take you through the current generations. That obviously being 1 through to 7, from my least favourite through to my favourite. I'll be talking through a number of factors from the storylines, the Pokemon themselves, map designs, evil teams, rivals, and memories. Bearing in mind, guys, this is my own opinion using my own personal experiences, so please don't hate on me. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. So, starting us off as my least favourite generation, we have the most recent generation, that being Gen 7. I just really didn't like these games. The amount of cutscenes in them was ridiculous. Professor Kukui was an absolute crackpot. Could go on, but I'm not going to. The storyline was okay, I guess. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was better, with the whole Lusamine, Lily and Gladion relationship being uncovered. Gen 7 is the weakest when it comes to the Pokemon, as in my opinion, not many of them stood out. The few that did and the few that I enjoyed using were Mimikyu and Toucannon. The map design, again, is okay. Alola is based off Hawaii, which is cool and all that. However, this is petty, but I'm going to say it anyway. Including the smaller islands, Hawaii has 9 islands. Alola only had the 4 and the Aether Paradise. I'd have liked to have seen more islands feature either throughout the main game or even post-game. Team Skull are a bit of a joke and didn't really add to the game the way an evil team should. The rival Hau is annoying as heck. All he ever thinks about is food. Relatable mood, I get that. But seriously, dude, there are mysterious wormholes appearing all over the place and all you can think of is food. My only real positive memory of any of these games was in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, when I found 3 shinies in about half an hour. So yeah, that's why Gen 7, in my opinion, is the worst. So next up we have Gen 6 and the Kalos region. Now, I don't dislike Gen 6, but I also don't love it either. For me, the storyline was far too predictable. And by that I mean Lysandra was obviously going to be the bad guy and Diantha was obviously going to be the champion. Which, by the way, in my opinion, she is the worst champion of them all, as she is way too easy to beat. The Pokemon aren't really that memorable. Again, we have a few exceptions, them being, in my opinion, Delphox and Tyrantrum. Team Flare were okay as the evil team and had great battle themes throughout. However, their outfits were ridiculous. I like the map design of Kalos, and I like how Lumio City is located at the centre point, as it is the biggest city and leads to many different routes. However, I do feel they ripped it off Castelia City in Gen 5. The rival system gets a lot of stick, but I like it. I like the fact that there are multiple rivals. I also enjoyed the Super Training minigame too, which added a nice little side bit for trainers to put on EVs on a Pokemon, whichever way they wanted to. However, I didn't really have any memorable moments playing X and Y, and that is why it is this far down the list. So there we go, Gen 6 is my second least favourite generation. So next up we have Gen 3 and the Hoenn region, and I'm probably going to get a lot of stick for placing Gen 3 this low, but hey ho. I mean, I really enjoyed the games, in particular Emerald. The storyline is good and really gripping to keep you wanting to complete the game. The Pokemon are fairly decent. You know, you've got Pokemon such as Metagross, Salamence, and obviously not forgetting the legendaries. Team Magma and Aqua are brilliant as evil teams as they battle to gain the power of Groudon and Kyogre respectively. Hoenn is a great map with loads of places to explore, particularly when you get Surf. May and Brendan are reasonable as rivals and can offer quite the challenge if you happen to be under-leveled. My favourite memory of this game was one that actually ruined my Ruby cartridge. So I was hunting the Relicanth needed to unlock the Regitrio, and my brother, who was playing the game at the time as I was outside, came running outside shouting, "Relicanth! Relicanth!" And instead of grabbing the Game Boy, I slapped it out of his hands and it crashed. And the worst thing was, it wasn't even a Relicanth. So yeah, Gen 3 was ruined for me from that moment, and that's why it's there. So as we reach the halfway point, we have Generation 1 and the Kanto region. This is the gen that started it all off. And the only reason why it's this far down is just purely down to the fact that I much prefer the remaining 3 gens. There's nothing wrong with Red, Blue and Yellow, as they are the original games. I did enjoy the Leaf Green and Fire Red remakes, in particular the post game and travelling around the Sevi Islands. I spent hours and hours doing that. The original 151 Pokemon, you just can't beat them. And if you don't know them all, get to it. Team Rocket were the OG bad guys. Blue is the OG rival. Just everything about this game is so nostalgic. My best memory of Gen 1 was when I was playing Leaf Green and Fire Red, and in my first playthrough I captured a shiny Psyduck, which was great. So yeah, as we reach the halfway point, Gen 1 is there. Starting us off in the top 3, we have Gen 5 and the Unova region. Now, I see quite a bit of stick for Gen 5, but I love these. I love these games. You know, Black and White were great. Black 2, White 2 are probably my second favourite games in the whole franchise. The storyline is just so gripping. We learn the connection between N and Ghetsis, and yada yada. Not going to ruin the game too much for you. The map design is brilliant. I love how Unova is like a loop, and then you've got different pathways splitting off the main route. I love how you start off in Aspertia City, as in Black and White it wasn't even accessible. Team Plasma, a great evil team, loved their themes throughout. I do like how in Black and White 2 that half of Team Plasma split and tried to make amends for their atrocities. Bianca and Sharon aren't really that challenging as rivals in Black and White. Hugh in Black 2 and White 2, however, is a little challenging, but I always feel that he gets a bit carried away with his morals. If you aren't aware, Gen 5 is home to quite a few of my favourite Pokemon and legendaries. Info on them videos in the top right corner. My favourite memory playing this game was very almost maxing out my Chandelier's special attack in my first playthrough of Black 2 and White 2. That thing was a beast and destroyed everything. So there we go, guys. That is why Gen 5 is my third favourite generation. So just missing out very narrowly on that top spot, we have Gen 2 and the Johto region. Gen 2 will always hold a special place in my heart. It's where an 8-year-old me first came across a mainstream Pokemon game, and I just love Gold, Silver and Crystal. The storyline is great and brings back so many memories. Johto has a great layout. I love the fact it links in with Kanto. The Pokemon here are decent as well. There are a few pointless ones in my opinion, not mentioning any names. Dunsparce! The rival is a constant pest throughout. However, his teams aren't really that challenging. Team Rocket are once again the bad guys here as they try to seize control of the Johto region. My favourite memory of Gen 2 is encountering and capturing my first shiny Pokemon, and I'm not on about the red Gyarados at Lake of Rage. I was wandering around aimlessly in Dark Cave when I came across a shiny Zubat. Doesn't seem like much now, but at the time my heart just went through the roof. I then obviously got myself a nice shiny Crobat to use in the Pokemon League. So that's why Generation 2 narrowly missed out on the top spot. Which brings us to my favourite generation, and Gen 4 and the Sinnoh region. And Gen 4 will probably be my favourite generation always, prior to something spectacular from the Gen 8 games. I literally can't think of anything bad about these games, except for in Diamond and Pearl. The character movement was a bit slow, took a while to get around. But other than that, they did fix that in Platinum. The storyline in Diamond and Pearl is great, but it's further enhanced in Platinum when we find out Giratina's placement in the story. Gen 4 has the best Pokemon. It homes my favourite starter in Empoleon and favourite legendary in Dialga. The Pokemon cries are worth a mention because some of the cries are spectacular. Again, particularly Staraptor and Kricketune. Sinnoh is my favourite map. I love how Mount Coronet splits the region. I love the post-game areas that you unlock, which are located in the northeast of the region. Team Galactic are my favourite evil team, as Cyrus is just an all-out badass and literally cares for no one but himself. Barry is a crazy mofo of a rival who is very impatient, but offers quite a challenge. I don't really have a favourite memory, however, and that is due to the fact that every time I play a Gen 4 game, I thoroughly enjoy my time no matter what. Although if I had to pick a memory, it would probably be the time I randomly threw a regular Pokeball at a full health Dialga and caught it. It was the first ball as well. So yeah, Gen 4 offers many memories for me, and that is why it is my favourite generation. There we go, guys. Sinnoh is my favourite region. So there we have it, guys. That is the list of all the Pokemon generations in order of my preference. Which brings me to the question, where do you think Gen 8 will place? Will it flop, or will it be the best gen of date? Let me know in the comments below. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, click the thumbs up button, share, and please feel free to click the subscribe button. As always, guys, I've been Old Benji Kenobi, and until next time, bye, guys.